Hi everyone, welcome to analysis compilation number 29.
You're not going to pressure it or ask them. Oh. Oh fuck. That woman was at fault, wasn't she?
But my viewer played a small part also.
Video protected.
How is she making it sound like she?
Yo, mate. Hey, mate. I've got a dash cam if you want footage.
And it's a VFO.
Yeah.
Without question, it's the car emerging's insurance that's going to be picking up the tab for this one. But we do a little bit more than that on this channel. My viewer's just stopped, and we can already see that the vehicle from the right hand side road has started to move. And it's also pretty obvious that they can't see the Toyota coming down the hill, and the Toyota driver, I don't think, can see the car emerging. And although my viewer's trying to be nice, their position has been taken as an encouragement to go. And the driver obviously doesn't look. The driver of the Toyota also should have and could have done better. You have to treat side entrances as might not give way. Being predictable is generally good advice, and my viewer actually changes priority without there being a need to. Let me ask you this, if my viewer had have moved all the way up to where they should have done, in other words here, would this collision have happened? I don't think so. But again, this is another collision when someone's emerging because they don't observe properly. Happens all the time. Well done to my viewer for offering the footage. And also, a big thanks for sending in.
Yo, mate. Hey, mate. I've got a dash cam if you want footage to prove.
Boss, I need your help, boss.
Yeah.
We're into March and the new plates have come out. I think this is a decent time to buy a second-hand car because quite often you're going to find dealerships have had a lot of Part X's come in against the new regs. So it's a time that I've purchased vehicles before. As normal though, it's imperative to get a car checked if you're thinking of purchasing it. There's no better way than Car Vertical. Car Vertical reports are very easy to generate. You literally put the VIN number or the registration into the Car Vertical website and quite soon you're going to have a detailed report sent straight to you. The reports show all the important information, and this particular report of this crashed M2 BMW shows plenty of pictures to see exactly what the damage was like. The report also shows that this vehicle has been repaired because we can see after the crash in 2019 there's been plenty of past MOTs. The mileage checks out, it's got no outstanding finance, and it's even got a current MOT, so even though this has been written off in 2019, it could very well be a goer. However, it's had 8 owners. The Car Vertical report warns us of this also. There may very well be underlying problems that when someone purchases a car are not apparent, but the longer they have it, these problems come to light. And these are some of the reasons why I always advise people who are potentially purchasing the car to get it checked out through the Car Vertical website. Use the code Ashley. The links are in the description and you can save yourself 20% on this. Thanks, Car Vertical. My viewer Matt said he wished he'd not started to wash his window at this point, and this definitely took away a little bit of attention because lane 2 was clear. Matt was thankfully uninjured, and it shows just how strong modern cars are. And if you're wondering, this was an Audi A1 Sportback. The driver of the van that's coming up behind came to Matt's aid, however the lorry driver didn't even speak to Matt. Let's have a look to see if there were any other factors in this collision. You can see at the bottom of the screen Matt's speed was okay, and as we've already discussed, lane 2 was free, so Matt knew he should have moved. But look at the lorry's signal. This comes on just at the point where the windscreen wipers start to work. And just think for a second, as you use your windscreen wash, you actually focus at your windscreen and you reduce your looking further ahead. And that's why it was missed. There's no excuses for the lorry driver though. They should not move whatsoever until they see the car move to lane 2. Watching Matt's speed shows he didn't see the lorry until it's way too late. But the onus is obviously on the lorry driver, and their observations were terrible. Would you have ever thought that washing your windscreen could be so distracting? Hopefully you do now. What do you think's going to happen next? Again, it's the fault of the vehicle that hit my viewer from behind. However, do you think my viewer should have stopped there? And do you think the car emerging onto the roundabout would have had any part of the liability claim? The actions of this driver definitely needed watching. I don't think it would have ever turned into a collision, however, it did need some adjustment from my viewer, and they did that well, up to a point. My viewer has sounded their horn and the other driver has stopped, and look at the space that my viewer still has. Their lane's clear, they should carry on at this point. Alright, slowly, but they should carry on. But they don't. There's a fair bit of target fixation going on here, and a little bit of a reprimand, I think. Without question, the vehicle behind's insurance who hit my viewer is going to be picking up the tab for any damage caused. But don't forget, these videos are more than attributing blame. We try and work out exactly what has happened so you can stop yourself getting into this situation in the first place. Even if my viewer wasn't at fault whatsoever, it's likely that their insurance is going to rise the following year. In this situation, my viewer's turning right, and there's a road across the other side. Who would have priority in this situation? Well, the cars turning right generally have to give way to cars coming straight on or turning left from their road. So if my viewer had have left this a little later, it would have been the priority of the other car. But my viewer had already committed into the road that they were going into.
Woo! You idiots!
What? Even took a spot.
Let's have a look to see if there were any clues that my viewer could have picked up on to stop this from happening. These situations aren't set out in stone in the highway code. Effectively, no one really has priority. You've just got to work out from yourself and the other driver who's going to go. But always be aware that that other person hasn't read your clues. Remember to treat that road across the other side as might not give way. I'd be totally happy at this point continuing. But now I wouldn't. My viewer's attention's likely to be up here at this point, so I can understand why they didn't see the car until late and continued.
Woo! You idiots!
What? Even took a spot.
My viewer's car did suffer some minor damage, and at the point of making this video, I'm not sure how the insurance claim went. I wonder whether my viewer could let us know. In any case, situations like this can easily happen. And one recently happened to myself, which I will soon be documenting on the channel. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. For this final clip, it's probably the most in-depth analysis I've ever done on any clip in my life. We've got a BMW to the left hand side, and when the lights change, an Audi comes into lane 3. I'll let you watch the clip first. So my expert opinion is this. I'm not surprised. Keep safe everyone, I'll see you soon.